So now that I finished reviewing Back to the Future trilogy and crap, I'm forgetting the Darkman trilogy. I want to do the Rambo movies because I reviewed First Blood when it came out. It was a terrible review on my main channel, and I think I actually deleted that video. That's how terrible that video was. I don't delete a lot of my old videos because I've said some pretty messed up things in the past in certain videos, and I don't really agree with some of the things I used to say, think, or feel. Uh, that and maybe I'll do a video kind of explaining some of that stuff. Um, I don't know if I ever will though. But I don't really agree with that review at all, so I took it down. And I want to eventually go through all the Rambo movies and review them because I never talked about them before. And I think I've never seen 3, maybe. I don't know. This one is fantastic though. First Blood. And what's really great about this movie is this movie was based on a book. It's an excellent read. The book and the movie are very different, and I think this is one of the scenarios where I think the movie's stronger. Sylvester Stallone is really great in this movie, and this is not what you expect if you've never seen Rambo, because I think when people think of Rambo who have never seen Rambo, they're like Sylvester Stallone, action movie, action hero star. And that's true of the sequels later on. But this movie's not like that. It's a very serious drama. Like you see, Stallone is given a very stoic, very angry, very saddened, hardened performance where you just see the horrors of war from a man, and you don't really, not so much the horrors of war, but well, yes, horrors of war, but like you see the scars that this man's dealing with and how he's treated like shit when he comes back and what all that means. Very much a lot of Vietnam commentary that's really great in this movie. Um, you know, but it's just it's interesting because this is one of the first movies where Stallone's really done that kind of performance. Yeah, he's at least in a kind of action movie sense. Like obviously he did that with Rocky, he did some very dramatic performances there, but this is very different. This is a very strong performance, and I kind of think this performance is so good that I think when this movie came out, he probably should have been nominated for Best Actor. I don't think he should have won, but he is so good in this role as this character who's dealt with this, who's seen this shit, and what all that means. And this is not a fun movie. And a lot of Stallone's movies, the action is seen as a thrill and an excitement. And this movie's not that. And I think that's very interesting to think about in retrospect when you've seen Stallone movies like I have. You don't really remember the ones like this that are more like character driven, more, performance driven and not so much action driven. In fact, action is really seen as a bad thing in this movie. People die, people get injured, and how horrible and what that means. This movie doesn't end on a happy note, it ends on a very somber note and things like that, and it's kind of an interesting story here, and there's a lot of grit and bite to this movie, a lot of great commentary, not so much just about Vietnam, just how we treat people in general, what that means. And you could even take a lot of the police brutality in this movie as something that has some real world similarities to things that happen now. It's like, all right,